Did you have to pick a side in the David Dobrik Jeff thing?
Have to is...
Well, you did kind of.
Yeah. I don't want to use the narrative of have to, because that kind of seems like someone's like gun to my head, like you have to pick this side, and that's not how it was. It was a very interesting thing for me to navigate, I think, because I'd known David for a very, very long time. And that is how you would say I met Jeff, was through David, you know? And David did a lot for me in my career, and putting me in videos, and even just like taking the time to be in mine, and inviting me to things, and was always very nice and welcoming to me and my friends in the regard of his events and the things that he does, and
His universe.
sending me stuff, and made me feel very included and stuff like that. And I never want to negate that, but
You can see, though, that it was transactional, right?
100%. And I think, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of what this industry is. And I think that you could have a nice friendship with someone and be aware that it is kind of transactional. Like, we're probably not going to have like a movie night and kick it and giggle. Like, it's probably going to be for the internet, you know? But I can look back and be grateful for that time and those moments and stuff. But I think that as I got to know Jeff, and a lot more about the whole situation, you know, like I saw everything that happened online. We all did. But you don't really know the mental effects of that, or the really dark parts as well. Just things that never made it to the internet in those situations until you have the privilege of getting close to someone. And as I got closer and closer to Jeff, I think it is one of those situations where you can't be best friends with Jeff and feel right about being close friends with David, or be best friends with David. And I guess his friends, you know, they don't want to, it's kind of, you know, they're in court. Like it's real. A battle for sure. It's a very real thing.
Rightfully so, though, because a man's life was put at stake, and his mental health, the future of his health, is still in jeopardy.
And it's so in jeopardy. And that's the thing that I don't think I realized for a long time, or people realize even now. Like, after sitting beside like Jeff's side while he had just gotten his 11th eye surgery, and when you love someone so much and care about them so much, and you see their spirit just like sucked out of their body, and Jeff is such a resilient person. Like, he will fall down every single time and stand up in this situation and see it through. No pun intended, obviously. But even though he's so resilient, you see the toll that takes on someone, and how sad it is, and just all of the health trials and tribulations I've like seen him go through for this, and seeing really no support from where it originated and stuff.
Oh, it's crazy.
It can't help but kind of light a fire under you. And there was a gray area time too, where I was still attending Dobrik events and stuff like that. And then it just got to a point where it was like, even though this is just transactional LA bullshit where I pop into a party now and again, I don't even want to do that, because I don't ever want my best friend to feel like I don't 100% ride for him. Like, even when I was there at those things, I was talking to people and David's friends and shit like that, and they'd be like, "We love Jeff. We miss him so much." And I'm like,
"Nah, dude. That's called the cash Kool-Aid."
Yeah.
And they're sipping it because they're getting paid to sip it.
For sure.
And they're afraid that teat is going to go away. Because breaking news, no offense to any of you, I see you all out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He is your lifeblood. He is your sole financial source. He is your sole personality source. Mm-hmm. He is the source for so much of you.
100%.
But the reality is, you are more than whatever the fuck you've given to David Dobrik.
Yeah.
Have integrity and some sort of self-worth. Okay?
For sure. And I mean, maybe there's some real friendship in there. I guess I would hope if I did some fuck shit like that Amari and Ashley would still rock with me, I guess.
But also call you the fuck out. Like if I do that to somebody, okay, Dan, I put you at risk tomorrow, and for a bit, you lose a finger. I hope every person close to me is ripping me a new asshole.
That's so true.
For one, putting you in that position to begin with. Two, putting you in that position without the proper accoutrements, a.k.a. having an emergency medical services if necessary, having, I don't know, fucking first aid kits, the whole fucking thing.
That's the thing. 100%. It all just should have never happened. And
totally.
that's one thing about me that I can say from my own personal thing. If I ever put one of my friends in those positions, I would be fully indebted to them and so transparent about that on and off camera, no matter what. I wouldn't just be kind of trying to make it go away. You know, like watching Jeff pay out of pocket for all this shit and worry about the future of his health for the rest of his life is like fucked, you know?
Well, he's buying a $10 million fucking house. Get a fucking grip.
Do any of those, like the Vlog Squad, do they stand up to David, or is everyone kind of just still kind of scared of him?
I don't know what happens behind closed doors, and I don't, you know, I've never personally witnessed a situation where someone would be there to do that, so I have no comment on that. But everything I've said about it is 100% true. You know, when I like see all the people, it's like, oh, we miss Jeff. How's Jeff? Da 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 da. And then I'm kind of just like, and last time I said that, that I had that interaction. I think I said it on Jeff FM. I was like, last night I was at a party and, you know, I had these interactions with these people. They came online and said, Tana's a liar. Tana's a liar. She lied. Da, 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 da. I actually haven't even like talked about that yet. And I was just like kind of beside myself because it's like,
yeah, because
just what would I get out of lying about that? You know,
they're saying you lied because they're all afraid of David. If like,
but
what the fuck?
But
or I think afraid of being
seen as
dragged
double
into
agent,
it,
or
afraid of the
dragged into it?
situation, or they don't want to look like that type of person, I guess, you know? And I was just like, if I'm lying about something, at least I'm going to make it fucking fun. I'm going to say I was like at Disneyland with Drake. Like I have no need to lie about a Vlog Squad member interaction. There's just, I've come too far in my career and my life to get anything out of that. So I was just kind of like, okay, you know.
Ooh, I get douche chills, man. It like really, I have a real problem with people who
I'm
have
face tuning every single one of these fucking photos. I'm kidding.
We should. I genuinely have a problem with people who make so much money and they use other people as ways to generate that revenue and then they give nothing in return. Like I'm a believer in you get back what you put out there. So his time's a coming, but like I will forever remember the first day I met David Dobrik. He came up to me. He and Jason were watching our show religiously, studying our studio. And I literally told him, you are not the star. Your friends are the fucking stars. You are nothing without your friends. They are exactly what keeps you going. And that's why people tune in. Like you are only as good as the people you have around you. And if you don't treat them right, you're fucked. I said that to him maybe in 2018 or something.
Yeah.
29, I don't know. And clearly none of it resonated because there's abuse and then there's that. Like, brother, if you lost a finger, Dan, by the way, I'm indebted to Dan even without him losing a limb.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you were to lose a limb,
kept this show afloat for 13 years.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
13 years down.
Yeah, he's 13. I've been doing this for 16.
Well, it shows. I mean, I always say you were the greatest. No, not physically. Hold the fucking phone. You are the greatest interviewer of our generation, and I will say that always. I was gassing you to Paige like the whole way here.
Thank you.
I feel that 100%. I think that you have to just be grateful to the people around you, and obviously he gave them careers, and you could say that that's the pay. I'm just saying when it comes down to like detrimental shit, you gotta be there for someone. But I always say to Jeff, like, I never want to be like everything happens for a reason to someone when their eyes fucking out of the socket, because that's, you know, that doesn't help anyone sleep at night. But I mean, I think Jeff is so funny and so talented.
Fucking hilarious.
Being able to leave that and be his own presence and not need anyone shows so much. You know, like you're so much more than so-and-so's friend.
But do you feel a responsibility? Because I know you've gone to, where is it, Utah when he has to get surgeries. Do you feel a responsibility to be there for him in those situations?
Nothing negative. No type of like, oh, I feel this pressure and need and responsibility to be there for him. If anything, I want to.
Yeah.
And Jeff is very much like, no one pity me. I'm a fucking man. Her, gym, tan, laundry, fucking her. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like even if I'm like, oh, are you okay? Do you need anything? He's like, shut the fuck up. Like, dude, take some content. Exploit me. like just like, he is not like that at all. But we honestly, him and his friends, I don't give enough credit to all of the people around him I feel like it's almost similar to me and my friends. Like they're just amazing, hilarious people. And we have so much fun together. I think across like a lot of my social media career, this is one of the friend groups that I feel the realest and the closest and like with, and actually just love being around so much. So, and I think we have so much, even though like we went to Utah and he had to get that surgery and he felt really bad. Like we all still, and obviously Jeff probably the least, but I'm saying we all still had a great time and made the most of it and had fun, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's never like a dark type of obligation. I genuinely like love being there for him, and I know he'd do the same for me. So